Hello everyone, I'm the French Monk and welcome back to another video. This year's Summer Game Fest edition, as you all probably know, provided us with a bunch of announcements on new and upcoming games, including a new Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Requiem, a new Game of Thrones game, of which the trailer already showed us a more interesting fight between Jon Snow and the Night King than the actual show gave us, and a lot more. But for us, medieval sandbox game fans, there was one project that stood out from the crowd. In this video we're going to be checking out Chronicles Medieval. So this game is being developed by Raw Power Games, a fully funded studio founded in 2022 and based in Denmark. They are a tight-knit crew of over 100 senior developers that have quite a resume, if I may say so, having worked on some of the biggest titles in the gaming industry. Going from The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2 all the way to Assassin's Creed, Hitman, Total War, GTA, Cyberpunk 2077, Hogwarts Legacy, and more. So decades worth of collective experience, along with a shared passion for building bold, player-driven worlds. And let that be exactly what they're aiming for with their new and upcoming project, Chronicles Medieval. So I will be linking the announcement trailer in the video description down below if you want to go check it out with the original soundtrack. I will be showing you guys a more edited version of the trailer in this video, whilst I will provide you guys with some more information, as well as my opinions, and more importantly, some thoughts of the community. We'll also be checking out a separate video from the developers themselves, in which they share their vision and their points of view. So first things first. Chronicles Medieval will let you step into a vast, dynamic medieval sandbox. Does this ring a bell? Well, if you were thinking of Mount and Blade, then your thoughts likely align with that of the community, as I've already seen plenty of reactions to this trailer. And a lot of them seem to be under the impression that we might finally have a game that could rival Mount and Blade. So instead of a fantasy world, this game will throw us in a brutal and beautiful European medieval world, where the player begins with nothing, so pretty much all the way at the bottom, and where you will have to earn your name as you go, fighting skirmishes, field battles, sieges, and with every fight getting a step closer to achieving power. You will be able to build castles and hold them against those who would tear them down. We're already informed of some units that you could recruit, train, or lead into these epic battles, from English longbowmen to French cavalry. So you get to shape your legacy in this medieval sandbox, where every decision matters. Do you choose power, adventure, the political game? That is all up to you. So this game will be releasing in early access, at least that's what I gathered from the Steam store page, with a planned release date somewhere in 2026. As mentioned, I've also seen the video where the developers talk about their vision and what the game is going to be all about. And the words that keep coming back are brutal, rough, medieval warfare. But they also mentioned that they did not want to shy away from approaching it in a way that lets you see how colorful and vivid this world truly is. Something that I feel whenever a studio says they're making a brutal, rough, medieval game is that I always get scared of the filters they put on them, often opting for a muddy, greyish look on this time period. But here with Medieval Chronicles, they really want to show the variety of colors and styles life in the medieval ages offered, which, I mean, it was quite colorful. So in the video they mentioned having added enigmatic layers to the settlements, for example, which would intrigue players and motivate them to properly explore the world, unraveling it as they go. A lot of research went into this game, which I can definitely believe is going to be the case if you're going to add more complex layers. Little nuances, the details of the armor, how it's forged and put together, the clothing, the settlements, and so on, and how all of that kind of evolved over time. They also worked on creating an authentic and historically accurate form of combat that is also still challenging. Now they mentioned that realism can be fun, but in this case the developers are not working on making a simulator. And this way they have the freedom to design artificial systems to further improve on the combat system. They actually show us Björn mocapping to add the realism to this combat, heavily relying on his footage. So it's pretty much going to be gameplay that is going to be fun for both the players, but that also caters to the historians looking at it. Honestly, I must say this looks pretty good. you can actually see the brutality in the combat movements. It's, as they mentioned in the video, it remains a game about, you know, killing someone. This goes for any situation you're in, by the way. So keeping in mind the realism factor, you are a human in this game, in a setting that depicts a European medieval world, so you're not going to be able to easily slaughter multiple people. But making certain decisions, the right choices, could help you incapacitate them, and the same goes for other decisions that you want to make outside of combat. Every choice you can make could reward or punish you, going from the preparations of a battle to every single block or attack. So this game is going to have a lot of things that the players can interact with, a big gallery of NPCs for example, when it comes to making those meaningful decisions. The battles are also going to be pretty large and are put into 3 layers. They mention a combat layer, fighting one-on-one, a captain layer, where you command units in your immediate surroundings, and then there's the tactical layer, or general layer as they call it, and this is something players will make use of during the pre-battle planning phase. I'm guessing this goes to setting up your troops on the battlefield, grouping them, etc. Again, this particular scene is shown afterwards in the video, which is the scene that most would say is comparable to Mount and Blade gameplay. I'm actually really excited for this game, and I hope you guys are as well. It seems like there's a lot of stuff that we get to do in this game, and I'm looking forward to discovering that alongside you guys. I wanted to add to that shortly after having seen the trailer of this game, I got sent a mail by the studio with an invite to their Discord server, as well as an invitation to sign up for a creator role, as well as to participate in early playtesting. So, if all that comes to fruition and I'm allowed to playtest and at some point release game footage, you guys can definitely expect to see me cover this game on the channel whenever it's released or whenever they give permission to share said footage. So, do you guys reckon this is going to be a Mount and Blade killer or not? Let me know what you think of Chronicles Medieval thus far in the comments section down below. With that having said, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it informative enough for me to earn your subscription. And with that having said, I hope to see you in the next one. Take care everyone.